end recap after the final round of Top Cut. Of course, my name is Shaheen, the Royal Falcon, our Dice Masters head judge, whatever you want to call me. The guy who seems to be here way too long every day. Anyways. And of
Which
course,
has been doing a fantastic job, by the way.
thank you.
Terrible.
Of course, I was also the one providing all of the stream. So if you guys saw me online, Powered AV, that is actually my own small business. Primarily do DJing, but it doesn't matter. You guys don't care. You're not Nautilus. It's not going to help any. All right, I'm sidetracking. So anyways, guys, I have our top 2 players here. Ben, of course, is our brand new Nationals champion.
Congratulations to him.
Thank you.
Kevin is our runner-up.
Again?
Yep. He's been a runner-up twice and top 4 once. He just keeps not being able to win on that last table. And as now he's one of our local players, I get to make fun of him for it lots, and he'll probably threaten to punch me at some point. But it's fine.
Another year of the jokes.
Exactly. All right, so guys, basically wanted to get you guys both on because I'm really not great at doing the whole asking questions things, but
Sure.
nothing else, you guys can chat and I can kind of step in just to give people an idea of some of the thought processes you were either doing. Let's start with, for example, on build-up.
Yep.
So starting with Ben and then to Kevin, just how you guys got ready for this event, and then we'll talk a little bit about how you guys are feeling in that match.
Cool. All right. So I didn't have the Super ANT. All the Super Rare. So my original team I wanted to do was a Sidekick Rush team, which kind of Laurier did yesterday a little bit. But I don't have Super Rare Jubilee or Super Rare Yanti. So I figured that need something to tech against that. I was at UK Nats and I ran Gold Dragon pretty well in the qualifier and then took out Ring of Winter for some reason. And did pretty terribly.
It feels like an important card after that
Yeah,
matchup.
right. I know, seriously. And then I figured that Gold Dragon was a pretty big dude, and my kind of theory going into it was to kill Yanti, you have to actually out-aggro Yanti, which is kind of weird because that team is super fast. But if you can smack it in the face hard enough, they don't really have the stats to cope as such. So Gold Dragon was really good for that. So yeah, and then kind of the other problem I had at UK Nats was I didn't have any of that. I can go to that one if you're going. UK Nats, the ramp was really bad. So Mimic kind of is the best ramp by far in the game. And it also serves to copy the Gold Dragon stats if they have a couple of extra blockers. So yeah, just smack people in the face as hard as I can.
I hadn't done any practice against Mimic.
Yeah.
So in the first game we played in the Swiss, I thought, well, I'll just try to outrush him with investigations. And that worked terribly. Like, that was
Yeah,
awful.
no, it really, because I did a lot of practice against the investigation as well, and like I practiced buying investigation, because generally when you're playing against investigation, you want to buy some out of the other person, but it turns out Mimic just goes so much faster than investigation, you don't really care that much.
Yeah. The only way to slow it down is to just keep killing Mimic.
Yeah, and that works as a double threat, right? Because if you keep killing Mimic, well, on the turn I want to, I can copy the Gold Dragon.
Yes.
Which actually came up in the stream. People were questioning why Kevin was killing Mimic because they kept expecting it to come back as Dragon, and then he'd bring it back targeting the sidekicks, and they were like, oh, okay.
If he didn't have lethal, he needed to keep up the ramp to get there.
Yeah.
Right. That was the important part. Just keep the pressure up on me.
Which is why that Green Devil Mask was good, right? Because it makes me play around it, which I practiced a lot against it. I know how to do it, but it still means it's very difficult for me to get lethal. The only way to do it is to get Gold Dragon, Mimic, and a Shriek.
Yeah.
And that's still 20. But
That's likely my favorite card in the game right now, is that Devil's Mask. Because I love
It's super
cards
strong.
that don't make just something happen. They make your opponent play differently. And that card just has that written all over it. Because you put it in play, and then their whole game is messed up. They have to play around it completely.
But it's even kind of in team building, right? Like you have to build knowing how you can try and play around it. Luckily, we both had Billy Clubs, so that helped me a little bit.
For sure.
And then that last game, I don't think you rolled it at all. Right?
Yeah,
You missed it once.
The one turn I
that was
really,
fun.
really needed it. It
Yeah.
just rolled energy twice, and that was it.
Yep.
My team building experience was very different. I stopped playing Dice Masters about 6 months ago.
Yep.
And
Basically, when we had that slew of product where it was like everything every week.
Everything, yeah, sure.
yeah, and because of budgetary reasons, I had to drop out of the game. But I did win the Opens back then, so I had my qualification for that. So when it came around, Shaheen asked me if I wanted to play, and I wasn't sure, and I didn't really know the meta at all. I didn't know any of the new cards. Like Thor and D&D were completely foreign to me. So I just kind of, he finally wore me down, and I said yes. And then I watched videos of U.S. Nats. I looked at all the team lists, and I really liked Junior's list from U.S. Nats. Not the Yuan-Ti wasn't really the big selling point for me. It was all the neat control pieces that made it happen, like the Billy Club, the Devil's Mask, and just the control that the Attune gives you. So I love that team, and we tested a bunch of mirrors of it, and I said, I bet you Scarlet Witch would be really good in this mirror. So we did that, and it wasn't even fair. Like, the Scarlet Witch team just wins. So I was playing with a practice partner, and he brought the exact team in the qualifiers, which was Petrus. And I knew that he was going to be playing that team, so there was no way I could play Kate Bishop, which would have really helped me in our match.
Yeah, I think I didn't run into any Kate Bishops.
Yeah, there was only one being used at all. It was Joycelyn.
Yeah, but I think she changed that out today as well. She ran
she
that in the
might have,
qualifiers.
I have sheets. The advantage of being the judge. Hey, sheets.
Because she was thinking about it, I know that. And then
No, it stayed on.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
She changed it last minute then. She was telling me she wasn't going to run it. So yeah, luckily I didn't run into that at all. Yeah. But yeah, the good thing about Yanti is it's really adaptable, right? Like you can go into kind of control mode, and you were just very slowly pinging me in that first game.
Yeah.
And I was just getting closer and closer to where you could swing.
Yep.
And because of Green Devil Mask, I didn't have the field to protect myself.
It was the mask. Honestly, the other two games I never hit it.
Yeah.
And once I had that mask, I could just keep controlling Mimic, and you couldn't field enough stuff to do anything.
Yeah.
I tried the Scarlet Witch to see if it would slow you down, and you clearly...
It would have. That's why I blanked it. And I knew I could get... If I can keep my ramp up and get Gold Dragon out, because Gold Dragon's the only thing that really costs on my team, right? Because I know a lot of people who do the Ring of Winter want a second 6 cost, but I think just keep your bag streamlined, keep it as flowing as possible.
I will say about the game, I've been reading last couple of weeks, or trying to figure out the teams and whatnot. Everyone's complaining about Yuan-Ti, but I think this is the best Dice Masters meta I've ever played. Because the last 2 Nats were just like Bard shenanigans and Imprison shenanigans.
Yeah,
and
sure.
This is way more fun to play. It's super interactive. I could kill your mimics. You were killing my stuff. And it was just, all 3 games were games. It wasn't like turn 3 I win, or even just like, well, you can't have a field because Imprison's going to hit. Stuff like that. Even the Devil's Mask is so much better than an Imprison meta.
Yeah, no, definitely Imprison was super broken.
Yeah.
But I kind of like hitting people in the face. So this pingy stuff, yesterday during, I think I was really mad about you.
I mean,
because that Jubilee was just, I was just like, I don't want to die with 21 mitts. So you feel the 20 sidekicks. Leave me alone.
Yeah. But your team was great. Just fantastic.
Well, it kind of helps with the US meta being so strongly Yanti.
Yeah.
That if I teched against Yanti,
for sure,
and I knew I could beat Yanti, then I would stand a good chance.
And you beat a lot of them today, that's for sure.
I did, yeah. Yeah.
You ran the gauntlet.
Well, there were 5 other Yanti players, right?
Yeah.
Including yourself?
And I had to run Yanti as well.
Yeah.
Like common.
Yeah. The common, yeah. The common helped you a lot. That
Yeah.
was a good tech card.
Because that and the Gold Dragon is 2 attunes. So if you do 2 attunes to me, I can do 2 back. If you get Pseudo Dragon, it's still 4. I can still do 2 back to you.
There was one turn in the first game where you rolled everything, and I'm like, I'm just dead. And then I was like, oh my god, it's a good character.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of what it hit me, that because
really
I had never
annoying.
played that.
Because the other move is to Shriek it,
Right.
which I did against Petrus. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday.
So many games.
But yeah. It was really, really competitive. Bunch of anti-teams, but Infiltrate Hulk team got into the semis, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was actually surprising. I mean, I was really happy to see him bring Infiltrate team, especially as it was the double super rare Infiltrate team. So it was it was the Captain America Angela, as opposed to like Angela and Ricochet and Widow and things like that.
Widow,
Yeah, right before I left, one of my favorite teams was an Infiltrate Taunt. And that was just when D&D came out, and I was using the uncommon Yuan-Ti, so it could be targeted.
Sure, that taunt is going to be, I think there's a taunt global coming back.
Yeah,
and that is going to...
We're getting both in the next 2-3 months, assuming they stay on the current release schedule.
But that's going to mess up Yanti. Like, that Pseudo Dragon is prime targeting force attack.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, that was really fun. Thanks so much for judging.
Yeah, thank you.
You were great.
Yep. Happy
Hope
to.
you guys liked the stream.
We actually got some comments about apparently this is the best stream they've seen for Nationals, which actually, thank you so much for those comments.
Well, it's because of the players,
Of
obviously.
course.
The zoomed-in camera was genius.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was really good.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're
Alright.
going to work on trying to make it better, aren't you?
Yeah, I am going to be trying a few more options with the cameras. Because Kevin and I are actually going to see if we can maybe do a few more other streams or something.
That'd be really cool.
Or maybe YouTube videos.
Or YouTube videos, because I
Very
mean,
cool.
I own all this gear.
Yeah, sure.
Might as well try it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks again, guys. Once again,
thank
congratulations.
you for doing the thing that starts with TOing.
Hey, no
I
problem.
couldn't think of what TO stood for.
All right, so guys, that basically wraps it up for this year's Canadian Nationals 2018. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for those of you who watch this later on. We'll hopefully be figuring out how to make it so this stays on Twitch permanently or moving it over to YouTube. I'm really hoping he'll remind me to do that next week,
Yep,
because the week
I'm
after
on
I'm
it.
camping, and then, Twitch deletes things.
Yes.
So again, thank you everybody. We are going to tear down and go probably get some sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep would be
Or,
good.
well, he's going to sleep in a car driving to Sudbury.
Oh my God.
You're
yeah.
going to go try and deal with Laurie's children.
Oh my days. Yeah. No
All right.
sleep shall be had. Yeah.
Correct.
Poor Laurier.
All right, so talk to you guys later. Bye.
Cool, bye.